I look like I have sex hair. Okay. Would you focus on me? Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey you guys, it's Stella, and today we are going to be talking about plus size dating. This is part 2 and talking about plus size dating as a whole. We're going to be talking about more the positive sides of plus size dating. I know that my first video was really focused on horror stories because I really felt it was important to share with you guys negative things I've gone through. That way, if you find yourself in those situations, you're able to protect yourself. But there is a fun side to plus size dating. I mean, dating in general, there's a fun side to it. And today I want to talk a little bit about that. And then maybe I'll throw in some stuff about what's happening in my personal life. Now, the one thing I really want out of this video has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. My favorite thing about when I did post my first video was the comment section. You guys were just having these great dialogues and discussions about things you've been through. You know, people who have had great experiences dating are sharing their experiences, and people are able to look up to them. People who've had horror stories, people relate to them and say, oh my gosh, this is how I got out of that situation, or I'm so glad you got out of this situation. It was just a community, a sense of real community, and I thought that was so beautiful. So today, if you guys just keep up that same sense of community. If you relate to anything I say, please share. If you have a different experience or opinion on something I say, please share, because it's not about me here. It's about opening the sense of community. We're sisters and brothers all together in the plus size community, and being able to look out for each other, being able to experience things and have the ability and the platform to share them so people feel more comfortable living their everyday lives is so important. And I'm so blessed to be in a position where we can create these kind of conversations. I guess I am talking a little bit about my dating life because it's about positive dating. So today I'm obviously not gonna talk about dating in high school. Wait, I paused because I know I talked to some of you guys and you guys are in high school, so let me not skip over that like nothing happened. So dating in high school was pretty weird. I didn't start dating people until after most people started dating. And I say that to say that I don't know if it's because of my weight or because of me, but I did feel a little insecure for a long time. And it was about 15, 16, probably about 15, I gained real confidence. Like, so, I'm big, so. I dated someone in school, and then I dated someone from in school again, and that was my first serious boyfriend. So we were together for a very long time. But that situation was kind of toxic a little bit because it was so good in the beginning, but I can tell like 2 years into it, I was like really desperate to keep him around. And what do 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds do when you're desperate to keep your boyfriend around, even though you can tell it's failing? You give it up. So I say that story just to say, you know, don't feel like you have to give it up for any reason to keep anybody around, whether you're a big person or not. That's not the case. Just move on and respect yourself and respect your body enough to do that. I had an amazing relationship. It was very two-sided. It wasn't one-sided. I think a lot of the misconceptions are that bigger girls have to overcompensate for being big. So we're the ones who know how to cook really well. We can keep a clean house, make good standard wifey material, which if you do, great. I'm not dogging it. I do have a lot of those qualities myself. Or like I used to feel around my first serious boyfriend, I felt like I had to be wifey material. And for me personally, that was because I really liked to date older men. And I think that started from the lack of guys my age wanting to date me, and I didn't know why. I didn't know if it was because how I looked, my weight, whatever. So at 17, I started wilding out and dating older guys that were more mature. Lies. I was dating like 23-year-olds, 25-year-olds, so ridiculous, thinking that was lit. I went through that phase, yeah. And then my next so I had a boyfriend that was way older than me, and that was right after my first boyfriend. My next boyfriend, I met him online, so this is where things started to get tricky. So actually, social media happened. My second boyfriend I did meet on Twitter. My third boyfriend I met on Instagram. Weird. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I think some people have very positive experiences from it. I would say that mine are not so positive. I consider that my childhood dating because I was under 20. I was trying to figure out the motions, trying to just find my place in the dating world and trying to just become who I am and very comfortable in who I am. So that's phase 1. And I touch on that just in case you're younger. I say all that to say it's okay if you're going through weird stuff dating. Just make sure you keep your pride, integrity, and you mature and you learn how to date if you're a little insecure about yourself. Now let's move on to adult dating because it's very different. I finally feel that I am dating as a normal person. And I know that sounds so freaking weird to say out loud and sounds so childish, but I feel normal. I feel like I can go out to a bar and flirt with a guy and get his number potentially. I feel like I can go on Bumble and go on a date and not feel like I'm overcompensating for being big. I feel that I can walk down the street and if this guy looks at me, I can look back instead of shy away and say, oh, hey, what's up? I feel that if I'm in the line at Starbucks and some guy wants to give me his number, I'm not gonna shy away or be like, oh, are you sure? I'm gonna be like, wow, you're cute, thanks. I feel that when a guy flirts with me and I'm not interested, I can boldly say, I'm sorry, dude, I'm not interested, without feeling like an asshole or feeling like I owe myself to like him because of my size. It gets better. If you are not here yet, it's a good feeling. I feel like normal, and it always used to be like this really daunting, scary thing to date. It used to be something that was just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna have to overcompensate for being big. I feel like I'm gonna have to, you know, not be able to show certain things about myself because I need to be perfect in every other way. Now I be out in these streets, y'all. Not hoeing, but I'm out in these streets. I'll fast forward some years and talk about a more recent dating life. And a lot of that like confidence dating started to happen in college after my last boyfriend. The last relationship ended in 2015. So then to now, a lot of those when I was still in college, like a lot of those dating situations boosted my confidence enough for me to be like, you're scaring yourself. Dating is not that bad. Just go out there and have a good time. And I'm grateful for like 2 of those years because I was able to become this new person who could just go out there and date. I moved to LA in 2016, and so 2017 I started dating, and it was very intimidating because I'm in a new city. You hear a lot about LA guys, whatever, but I was like, no, you've worked so hard to get to where you are, where you can just date. It was a risk. So I hopped on OkCupid. I hopped on dating apps when I got here. I don't usually go out like to bars and stuff. I don't drink, so like going to bars and meeting people, it's so weird to me, especially in 2018. It's just very taboo to do. And I'm not in school anymore, and I'm like, okay, well, how am I gonna meet someone now? Because I used to meet a lot of people through school, like, okay, and then we date. So I hop on OkCupid, and with a very clean mind, very fresh focus, but I made it too much about work. I put like all my work stats in there, like what I do, blah, 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 blah. But I did meet someone very great, and we went on a couple of dates, and it was magical. I was so happy during that dating process with that person because it showed me all the stuff I was preparing for and fixing in my own life, like my own shit. You really just have to be yourself. Now that didn't work out. We didn't vibe, we didn't click. He's in a relationship now, it's fine. We're still friends. We still talk occasionally. That was my first experience of dating someone so genuinely. Having it not work out, fine, but just going through that experience of like, you know, I'm dating for a month or two. And it was actually funny because when I dated him, a lot of times, like, he would push me to be more myself. He could tell I'm holding back, which was really cool to me because he'd be like, well, why didn't you just say that? And I'd be like, you're right, why didn't I just say that? But I felt, you know, some of those things I was still working through. After that, I felt on top of the world. And I think that any guy or girl, I don't know which way you go, should make you feel like that, should make you feel on top of the world. And any decent human being should make you feel that way, whether you're dating them or not. Go on dates, be yourself, be genuine. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And maybe that was my thing before. Maybe I needed every relationship to work out for my own sanity because I was a serial monogamous dater, which means I date back to back to back to back. I felt on top of the world. I was so grateful. I was just having fun. So a short time after that, I did meet someone else, and this person I did meet in person, which was weird for me. Again, you know, just being able to go through the first time experience of being out in public, him saying you're cute, you're saying you're cute too, going on a date, like that whole movie, I'm gonna call that a movie setup, that whole like movie setup type situation. It's weird to think, to allow yourself to feel those things and to go through that. I wouldn't say we were dating, but we were close for a long time. It was very, very casual. Let's just put it that way. It was a very casual situation, which I was fine with after the beginning. We went on a date. We weren't really like on the same page. I was more of, I'm ready to find a boyfriend, and obviously he wasn't. I had made an intention very early on in that situation that, okay, this is what you're gonna be. You're not gonna get out of this box. Like, you're not gonna elevate to some boyfriend status. It's just not gonna happen. We'll talk about him more in later. So then 2017, while I was still dealing with him, let's say that, I did date. And then if you want to hear those stories, those are my plus size dating horror stories, because I did have a lot of good experiences, but I don't want to rehash them for this purpose of this video. My ex-boyfriend happened, and you guys know about that situation, and that was good. That was another positive experience in the beginning. It was a very genuine thing that I didn't have to force, I didn't have to fake, I didn't have to pretend to be some wifey material. I mean, heller, but you know what I mean. I didn't have to pretend to be something so over the top and grandeur. I could be genuine about who I am, how I live my life, my intentions for my future. I could just be very chill. When that relationship happened, I stopped talking to old boy. Then I went through a breakup earlier this year, and then I started talking to old boy again because of course, I mean, it was just he was a safe space. I thought, hey, I'm single now, let me hang out with this guy again. Or actually, he hit me up. Let me not even lie, I did not hit him up, he hit me up. So he must have been stalking me on the internet and knew I was single. So he hit me up, we hung out, but it wasn't the same. It was like I'm so ready for a relationship that I don't want to give you my energy. Summer love, I don't know if that's a Teenage Fever, whatever type song from Drake, but that was my emotions in 2018 this year. I was going through it, and I was going through it more because someone like I considered a safety blanket, I was ready to let go of. You know, it's okay to end casual things. Again, I stress this and I will stress this till the day I die. Do not feel you need to stay in something for the sake of satisfying someone else's needs. Take care of yourself. You matter. It's okay to have your own opinion and feeling about a situation. Just because you are bigger doesn't mean you don't have self-respect, that you are not confident, and that you're not able to make your own decisions. I told him maybe July this year, I was like, hey, I know what we have is really cool, and I know that we're like, after a year with someone, over a year, you get really comfortable with them. So I was like, hey, I know, you know, this is cool and all, but I'm not really feeling it anymore. Full disclosure, I was like, I'm not really feeling it anymore. I kind of started to fall for you back in May, and I don't know if it was genuine or if it's just because I was going through something, but it's scaring me because now it's taking you out of this bubble of we're so casual that I put you in. I'm sorry, I don't want to hang out anymore. And then the harassment starts where he just hits me up all the time. He stopped hitting me up, and I was like, okay. So then I was like, I'm gonna start dating. And you already know this. Anytime I go to Baltimore, we already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start dating. It's just, it is what it is. I just love Baltimore, guys. I rep so hard for that city. I don't know what it is. I love Baltimore. So in Baltimore, I started dating this one guy, and he was giving me X energy. And if someone's giving you X energy, you swerve and dip. So I swerved and dipped that situation. I was like, he's cool, like, but he was just giving me X vibes, and you know when you know someone's giving you X vibes, you just gotta like swerve it. So I was really disappointed though, because I was talking to him for like a week or two, and then we never, like, he wasn't giving me enough energy. Like, he wouldn't, like, he said we could go out 3 times, never made a real effort to do so, and I just don't vibe with that. Like, I'm not gonna keep talking to you. Like, he really thought I was gonna keep talking to him after that. Like, no, homie, like, I need to, don't tell me you're gonna do something and then don't do it. Like, I'm gonna give you the energy you're giving me, and right now it seems like you're not giving me a lot, so I'm out. So then I went back on Bumble because I was only there for like literally one more night, and for fun, for kicks. I was like, oh, I know I shouldn't do this, I'm leaving, but I had a very big urge to go back on, and it was lit. I was able to find someone really lit and cool. I'm not gonna say too much about it because we are still talking, but I ended up staying 1 extra week in Baltimore, and a lot of that time was with them. So we'll see. I'm not gonna put any pressure on it. If it happens, if it stays what it is and develops into something more, then it is what it is. If it fades and sizzles, it fades and sizzles. That person made me like I had to have a conversation with him. I was like, you are not like normal guys. Your value is like here. And everyone else is about here. Like, someone who can just make you feel so genuinely good about yourself. That is my wish for not only myself, but for every single person struggling with any self-identity issues. You're worth that, and you deserve that. And it almost feels like winning the Olympics. You're at the Olympics finally. You never thought you'd get there. You've gone through trials, you've gone through tribulations, you've won sometimes, you lost a lot, but you're here. You're at the Olympics. And then you're presented with a gold medal. And then you're like, damn, I didn't even think I'd be here at the Olympics, and look at me winning a gold medal. That's how it feels to find someone who understands you so much. And let me tell this. Okay, so it was funny because right after that, I found this quote. So this quote is, may you attract someone who speaks your language so you don't have to spend a lifetime translating your soul. To me means, be yourself, don't alter you for someone else, because someone will understand you, someone will appreciate you, someone will be able to converse with you, so on and so forth. It's just a good situation going. Obviously, after what happened earlier this year, I'm protecting him at all costs. We've had the conversation about what happened earlier this year. I was very open about it. I feel like someone in my position just has to have that kind of conversation. Like, here's what's been happening, just so you're aware. And then later on, if we develop, into more of a relationship, then we'll have the conversation of, Do I ever bring him on YouTube? You know, just conversations for way later. Like, I don't want to think about that because it's way too soon to be thinking about that. Things like that. We did have a brief conversation about it. I was like, I do not want to mention you. I do not want to bring you in any way until like we're solid, if we ever get solid, because this was a lot. It was a big experience and learning lesson, or a lesson for me. I learned a lot, and I don't want to, you know, throw someone in that position. And a lot of you guys were saying that anyway, and I was like, you're right, let me just give it a shot this way. And if it doesn't work, if I don't like not sharing that side of my life, it doesn't work. But I do want to give it a shot of just, you know, staying away, let it develop into something healthy and solid. And then if it does, I will introduce you guys to whoever I'm dating, if it's not him, whoever. So that's what's happening right now. Dating in general, like, I don't really like to date more than one person at a time just because I'm so busy and I don't have energy for that. I don't do it. So it's not like being exclusive, but unless you have that conversation. But that's just my energy, and that's where I am. I can't do it. I feel like you should protect your energy, and I feel like it's okay. Go out there and date as many people as you want, but the key to dating as many people as you want, advice. If you know it's not gonna work, move on. If you know you're not vibing, move on. The faster you move on, the quicker you don't have any feelings that you're really gonna get hurt. So that's my advice for you. I think that's a good, sweet note to end on. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And please do not forget down below to share your dating experiences. What have you gone through since the last video, if you posted on the last video? It really helps the community, and it like, you don't understand the impact that the community has on growth as a person. Some people are so grateful to be able to find a place that they can share all these common experiences with other people. So thank you guys for even participating and being a part of that community and coming back here and seeing my face on your screen. I will see you guys very, very soon. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you are notified when I post. As always, love, Stella. Toodles.